What is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and I've got some items I picked that I've sold recently on eBay, and these items all sold fairly quick, a week or two at most, and also all of these sold via promoted listings. I have all my listings at 1%, so that's kind of the theme of these items. But the first thing we have here is this reel. This is a 201E Shimano, I believe it was. I picked this up at a yard sale. I was the first one at the yard sale. I remember it because it was in a vlog. And I paid $2 for this reel. I grabbed it. I didn't know what it was worth. And I'm like, $2, this is a nice reel. I'll take it. And got in the car, looked it up. And I was happy. I think I said it would sell for about $60 to $70 on the vlog. But I actually sold it for $99.90. And that's because I was the only one that had it listed, I believe. So I priced it up a bit. There's a lot that sold between 60 and 70, but I figured, hey, I'll price it up. I'm the only one selling it. I got a lot of interest in it. A couple of messages from people in the United Kingdom wanting to know about shipping and stuff like that. I used the eBay global shipping program, so I don't know why they were asking me shipping costs. It should tell them. But eventually someone from the United Kingdom did buy this reel, so it must be popular there for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, after all fees and shipping, I made $80.22 on this reel, so it was a very good flip for me. Here is a realistic Chronomatic 251 bedside radio and alarm clock. Some of these kind of alarm clocks can be really good to pick up. They flip really well. Some of them will sit forever. And there's a lot of them that just aren't worth picking up. This one I found at a thrift store. It was 50% off. I think there was a $2 price tag on it. So I got it for $1. And I sold it for $29.99 after shipping. These things are pretty light. So I didn't do calculated shipping, so I could have been charged a lot more in shipping. Usually I do calculated shipping on these things. I don't know why. eBay's a little weird sometimes. I could have had calculated shipping on there and it just changed. Sometimes that happens. Maybe I'm just missing it. Anyway, I sold it for $29.99, and after shipping, I made $17.42. So it's not like huge profit, but hey, to pick something up for $1 and just make $17.42, it sold really quick. And these things are easy to test. You just plug them in, make sure the radio works, make sure the buttons work, make sure it turns on, all that stuff. It was in immaculate condition, so happy to flip it. Here is another bread and butter item. I'm going to have to, next time I take a picture of one of these, I've sold a few of these in the past. White background does not work so good because these are pure white. Sony CD Walkman D-EJ001 is the model. Always price these at $24.99, and they always sell. And this one I paid $3 for at a Goodwill and sold it for $24.99, free shipping, because this is first class, under a pound, and made $14.38. Again, you know, it's not huge money, but it's profit. And if you're buying these smaller items that flip quick, the stuff adds up. A lot of these Sony players are like the Discmans and the Sony radios and Walkmans and all that stuff. They're worth picking up if you're getting them cheap enough. Sometimes they don't work, but some models you can sell for parts and still make a profit if you're getting them cheap enough. And this is actually something I've had for a while. I found it in a tote. So I bought it at Goodwill, I think last year, and just put it in a tote, and I was grabbing totes and grabbing stuff out to list, and seen this. I'm like, oh, this will sell almost instantly. I think it sold in 2 days, so not bad. Order of Christian Funerals book. Picked this up for $0.25 at a yard sale. Actually picked up two. There was one sealed and one with no plastic wrap around it. I already sold the one that was sealed, I believed. What did I sell that for? I don't remember. It was in a video. I think $20 some. This one I sold for $17.99. Shipped media mail, of course, so it shipped for $2.75, and made $12.37. So another bread and butter item, but it moved quick, and only paid $0.25 for it. $0.25 into $17.99 is great. Always keep an eye out for books at yard sales, especially weird ones like this. I believe I didn't look these up. I just bought them because they were $0.25. I knew they could be valuable. So in the end, with both books, I probably made like $30 or something like that. So pretty good for 50 cents. Now here's something I've actually had listed for over a year. And I'm putting it in this video for things that sell fast because the reason it didn't sell is because I overpriced it. I priced it very high because it was a sealed CD unit. If this was sealed Sony, I would have got more money for it. But yeah, as soon as I priced it appropriately, it sold really quick. And I sold it for $39.99. I picked this up at a thrift store, paid $5 for it. So after shipping, I made $21.09. Now I had this priced at like $100 or more when I first listed it, and I seen it recently, and I said, "This is not selling for that price." Obviously, I've had it for over a year. What am I doing? So I just priced it right, and it sold right away. So these things are great to pick up. Just keep in mind, things flip on eBay if people are seeking them and you're pricing them right. Just because people are looking for these car CD players new doesn't mean they're going to pay $100 for them when everyone else is selling them for the $40 range. So you do have to be smart if you're going to move product on eBay, I guess. I see a lot of people, they price things really high. That's like their business model. Everything's outrageously priced. And I guess they do that because every now and then they get a sale or something. I don't know. That's not for me. I picked up this Germ Guardian air sanitizer. It was new in the box. Of course, it's one of those boxes that aren't sealed, so you can open it up. But I was pretty confident it was new with the styrofoam in there, everything packed well. No signs of it being opened. I paid $15 for it at Goodwill, and I sold it for $61.44, and I got $21.70 in the end. I'm not sure exactly what I sold it for. I had calculated shipping, and somebody paid, I think, like $15 or $16 to have it shipped. I remember because this guy was harassing me for a couple of days. I wouldn't say harassing me. He just kept messaging me, wanting to know if I would take lower, if I would do $5 cheaper, $10 cheaper, if I would cover the shipping. And he was saying that the bulb, he didn't know if the bulb would work. There was no guarantee, so he didn't want to pay full price. I told him that I believe the bulb was fine. It was a new item. And I said if you had any problems with the bulb, we could do a refund or, partial refund for the bulb. And that kind of made me nervous because, people could be fishing. They say, ooh, they could just lie and say, yeah, the bulb didn't work. Now give me half my money back. But it ended up working out in the end. I just wanted to move it. The box was big, so it was taking up space, and I had $15 into it. So I didn't want to keep it around too long, and he seemed to really want it. So I went ahead and actually I didn't lower the price. I just started ignoring his messages, and after about a week, it finally sold. So yeah, I sat on it only for about a week is all, and made $21.70. This was a great flip. I paid $2 for this at Goodwill, and I sold it for $99.99 for a total profit of $78.78. It is a filter of some sort of really high-end filter. It helps remove chlorine and lead, it looks like. I don't know anything about it. I just seen that some sold for around like $70. And again, I was the only one selling it. I believe I was the only one selling it. I just like, I'm pricing this at $99.99. And sure enough, it sold. So great profits on that. Anytime you see a filter at a store or a thrift store, they're worth looking up because filters people need for different things. And once a company stops manufacturing those, and the only place they can get them is online, even though the price is inflated, a lot of times they'll pay it. Now, I don't know, maybe this filter was normally that price. I don't know. Either way, it's great money. Here's an Erector Set I picked up at a Goodwill for $3. I listed it for $29.99. It sold. I got $18.73 profit. This thing actually was only about that big, very small. And I was a little bit worried. I should have put measurements in there. After I already listed it, I said to myself, people may buy this, and once they get it, they'll see how small the package is. Maybe they'll complain and want to return. But at the same time, it says there's 150 pieces in there. Everything's right there. So maybe they know what they're getting. Anyway, $29.99, easy to ship, $18.73. Talked about the Bible story books many times before. I believe this is the third time me selling a complete set of 10. I got these at Goodwill for $6 even, no tax on that, because it was like $5 and something, and then I just told her to go ahead and round up because they always ask you. I usually never do that, but she gave them to me for the children's book price. So I got them for like 69 cents a piece instead of $2 a piece, because at $2 a piece is what hardcovers are. If they were $2 a piece, I wasn't going to buy them anyway because that wouldn't have been enough profit. But for $6, I'll definitely pick them up. I think the last set of these I sold was $5. All I paid at a yard sale. So there's one problem with these. There's a couple books where there was some writing in them, and I got about $10 less than what I probably could have got. So I sold them for $49.95 free shipping. Since it's media mail, the shipping's not that bad. And I made $31.21 profit in the end. So happy to pick them up. And as long as they're in good condition, I'll pick those books up every single time. And finally, we got some expired film. Now, expired ink can do well. Actually, when I was digging through totes for stuff to list, I found a bunch of expired ink that I had bought to sell, and I listed that. And I've actually sold, I think, almost all of them. I think I listed about 12 or 13 expired inks, and within a week they all sold. Not big money. Like, some of them were like $10 I got, some of them were like 15, 20. But in the end, I only paid $1 for them, and I didn't put them in this video because that's just too much ink. Everyone knows that ink can do well for the most part, but expired film does well too. This expired in, I think, like 2003, and I paid 99 cents for this at a Goodwill, and I put it on eBay for $14.99, and it sold really quick. After shipping, I only made $9.02, but it was so easy to list. You just take a picture of it, and it's less than 5 minutes to make $9.02. So my total profit in the end for these 10 items after all fees was $304.92. So you can see these types of items, if you're picking them up and flipping them, you can make some decent extra money. Of course, these aren't the only items I'm selling. If you're continually going out sourcing and finding this stuff and listing constantly, all of a sudden you're selling 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 items like this, and you can make some great money. Keep in mind, it definitely takes work. You got to take labels off. You gotta look for the stuff. You got to store the stuff. You got to ship the stuff. Listing, of course, is the main time sink. I try to keep it between 5 minutes to 10 minutes per item. So I want my profit to be at least $10 per item on average, unless it's just really easy to list. That's going to do it for the video, everybody. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like button for me. Make sure you're subscribed. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Till next time.